That's what all of you should be expecting tonight in Kiev. Real Madrid against Liverpool. Of course, the two teams squaring it out in UEFA Champions League finale. Madrid seeking to win their record 13th title, while Liverpool seeking to win their 6th title. Remember, the last time they were crowned champions of UEFA Champions League was in 2005 in Istanbul, where they had to come from behind and drew against AC Milan 3-0 and beating them through penalty shootouts. Real Madrid, on the other hand, looking forward to win it 3 times running, and that will be, you know, troublesome for football, considering that UEFA Champions League is a tournament of pedigree and it will lose value if Madrid happens to win it 3 times running. And I'm rooting for Liverpool tonight, by the way, for the first time, despite being a fan of Nottingham Forest, you know. 2-time UEFA Champions League winners. How does it feel? Keep talking to us, 22162, SMS your predictions and the likelihood in terms of the scoreline. You're gonna win yourself a jersey of either in case you win it right. Of course, it's the fan favorite segment. Joe Saina, of course, joining us right now. Joe, how have you been? And in terms of football, what have gone wrong, what has gone right? Man United losing last weekend against Chelsea, your team.
Yeah, the Premier League is over, Maxwell. Premier League is over. You're always against Manchester United. What is the problem? Huh? What is the problem, Maxwell? How do you start a show like that? but overall, it has been a very good week for football.
Yes.
Tonight is going to be amazing. I can't wait. There's so many talking points to this game that I think on-air time won't allow us. So many talking points.
Why are you being elusive and responding to my question with regards to what happened last weekend as far as FA Cup final is concerned? Chelsea, Antonio Conte beating your team United by 1-0, though it was a penalty scored by Eden Hazard, the Belgian international, who's been included, by the way, in the squad for World Cup as far as their national team Belgium is concerned, by Roberto Martinez and his assistant Thierry Henry. What happened?
Well, it was a tactical blunder on our side. Mourinho again had the use of Lukaku, the big man up front, but he did not use him. He believed in the pace of the younger players, which is fine with me. But where Chelsea knew that, as far as they're concerned, they had a better midfield than us, pound for pound, and that's where they controlled the game. When it comes to our defense, unfortunately, Phil Jones is always having these moments. You know, he's either grabbing your leg when he's tackling you, he's either doing WWE stuff. But tactically, we were wrong. That's all I can say. Tactically, we were wrong, and I've accepted defeat. But today is not about Manchester United. Maxwell.
I think at least now I'm glad you've conceded honorably. Man United lost convincingly against Chelsea in an FA Cup final last weekend on Saturday, being beaten 1-0. Nyambura Mridhi, in terms of your expectations, what are you looking forward to as far as tonight's final is concerned? Are you rooting for Liverpool the same way I'm doing?
I am, but fine enough, I'm a fan of Real. More specifically, I'm a fan of Ramos. So, and you know, Ramos has been doing wonders in these finals, so he's a very key player in that game. So I'm looking forward for a very good match, an entertaining match, full of goals. People are really waiting for that fix, and I can't wait too.
Oh, I've just learned that you are a fan of Ramos. So in case he visits Kenya, one of these fine days, even if it's in Mombasa, you'll get yourself there and have a selfie with him or one-on-one chat.
Of course, I can't go to Mombasa because of him, but if he's here in Nairobi, I wouldn't mind.
But for the sake of football, you can.
Yeah.
George, your expectations, of course, we've seen Jurgen Klopp, Real Madrid, Liverpool tactician, saying that, you know, experience is key in life, but not all the times. Of course, talking in reference to Real Madrid, who has dominated football headlines, winning it 12 times before and looking forward to be crowned champions for the record 13th time. What do you make of his sentiments? Some sort of mind games?
That's a mind game, and just like he said experience matters a lot, but not every time. So in this case, just like Zizou said, there's no rehearsal in the big stage.
Yeah.
So in this case, Madrid have 17 guys who have done it before, and they have a proven record. On the other hand, Liverpool only have one guy who has won it during his days at Bayern Munich from the bench, Emre Can, right? So they've seen their weaknesses in the semi-finals, so I don't think they are gonna take any chances this time round. It's only 90 minutes, and I'm definitely sure Real Madrid is winning this.
Joe, some sort of comparison between Cristiano Ronaldo and Mohamed Salah, the new kid on the block, an Egyptian, is now heading into FIFA World Cup with this country, having, you know, carried them, both the national team and club Liverpool, scoring a lot of goals for club level, both at English Premier League and even European League level. What do you make of the comparison between the two? Listening to Cristiano Ronaldo earlier, he says that, you know, he doesn't need to be compared to another player because he's tall, Salah is short. Most of the time he scores using his head, Salah does it using his feet, and he scores with his right, Salah does it opposite with his left. I don't know, such kind of sentiments.
I think where the comparison is coming about is because of their overall contributions to each of their team. Salah has been the maverick under Liverpool, okay, from the right side, but we cannot disregard Mane and Firmino. When we come to Real Madrid, we have the likes of Benzema, Vasquez, we have Bale, but again the standout player is Ronaldo. So the media will obviously pounce on the idea of Cristiano versus Salah. It should not be compared at all. But regardless of that, they're both brilliant players and they'll contribute immensely tonight. However, on my take on who's going to win, my take is on Liverpool, who's going to win, and I have a couple of reasons why. First of all, the Real Madrid defense. This has been a cultured defense that has been there for the last 5 years, if I'm wrong.
Definitely.
5 years. They've been there for the last 5 years, and in those 5 years,
Pepe is not there till he left.
okay, except Pepe. Except Pepe. And for the last 5 years, what has been happening is that there's been a degradation of speed, especially from the centre backs. And key remarks are Ramos. You have seen in the last two finals, he has been in danger of either getting a red card or he's just in some sort of indisciplinary. Not because he wants to, it's because the legs are getting slow. And this is something that Firmino and Mane are going to look out for. That is one. Two, Marcelo, he's brilliant going forward, but trotting back towards the defense is going to be a problem, because if you have the likes of Mane being on your opposite wing, it's going to be hard for him. Yes, you can come forward, you can do the crosses, but once there's a counter from Liverpool, where will you be? From the Liverpool end, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson did marvelously against Manchester City, whereby Leroy Sané, one of the best wingers in the world, was put in Trent Alexander's pocket. Okay, and this is something today that Trent is going to do. He is going to man the wing with Robertson on the other side. When we come to the midfield of Liverpool, what Liverpool did against Manchester City, the likes of Henderson and Milner, will be very important, pushing forward the front three of Salah, Mane and Firmino. They need to have that cohesiveness. But apart from that, Real Madrid has its strengths. This is Real Madrid's competition. We were talking earlier, it's like it's their FA, it's like their Carabao Cup. They have to win it every other season. So I believe that immense, and as my fellow pundit put it, that experience of being in the final a couple of times will also help them. In terms of a scoring range, I will go for a high score of 3-2 for Liverpool.
We're going to listen to Cristiano Ronaldo speaking prior that particular fixture. Of course, he's won it several times with both United in 2008 and Real Madrid. I think 3 times, and now looking forward to win it for the 4th time with Los Blancos of Real Madrid tonight against Liverpool, in case that happens to pass in Kiev tonight. 9:45 p.m. it is. Cristiano Ronaldo speaking ahead of that particular clash. Let's listen in.